Okay, guys, we're back, and I had a chance to look at the situation with this Hurricane Florence, and as I posted it in the comment section of my live stream, it's going to be nip and tuck, because we got 3 days. And believe it or not, the favorable event that we would have wanted occurs several days after Florence comes into effect, which sucks because I don't really know if we can make it happen sooner than that. But you know what? I've learned many years ago that if Mother Osna wants something done, she's going to give you the tools to do it. Okay? And that's a fact. She's going to make the tools to do it. So, okay. And that's a fact. She's going to make the tools to do it. Amen. So, let's take a look. Unfortunately, I don't have any way to interface my camera into the computer to show you how or what systems maps we look like. So I'm going to just click on each one of them, and I'm going to put the phone towards the monitor so you can see it. Okay? We'll start with the most basic one. Okay? First of all, this is Florence's map right here. Okay, you can see that's where it is right now. Okay, now remember I told you about the other guys. This one down here, I'm sorry, and this one over here. Now, given the looks of these two guys, it looks like they're going to basically do a blitzkrieg on the East Coast. It's kind of complicated, but this is the one that we have to fix, and that's not going to be easy to do. Now, these are the maps that we use to look at barometric pressure. I'm just trying to try to give it square so you can see easier. Oops, I got the hiccups. You can see it's a complicated map. Lots of meteorological symbols. This tells me the wind speeds, the temperature, the low pressures, the high pressures. So it's using WEFAC symbols to indicate wind speeds on the staff, along with wind direction. That's the next thing we need to deal with. Then we have one more map, which is maybe a little simpler. Let's see. And this is a GIF file. So this is I know it looks kind of confusing, doesn't it? It's just the fronts that you would normally overlay on top of the. So let's see if I can get the actual easy to read version for you guys. I know you guys are not meteorologists. You're not going to know how to read this crap. Okay, this is the simpler map that you would put on top of the fronts. Let's see if we can find the loops. Oh, it's using here. Loop, big front map. Okay, so these are basically raw stock footage that we used to put together the maps from the National Weather Service. And it's the overlays that you can put together. So basically what it comes down to is, as I said in the comment section, and I'm going to read you what I said. For those of you who did not know or did not see the comment, I said, this is going to be nip and tuck. The problem is the atmospheric pressure, and it certainly is part of the problem. Let's see if I can go into more detail on this. And it says right here, it says, this is going to be nip and tuck. The problem is the atmospheric pressure needed from the west is a bit weak at 1,016 millibars. There is also a stationary front below New York at 1020 millibars. It's actually really close, parallel with Pennsylvania at 1,020 millibars. Florence has a barometric pressure at 5 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time of 939 millibars. It's heading to the pressure gradient of least resistance, which we don't want. Lumi and I will do our best to make changes to the barometric pressures to create a course change. They may not be able to get the desired results, however. All of you in the landfill area need to get out. I want you safe, as this is not a small system. 140 mile per hour winds. The actual eye is moving at 13 miles per hour west-northwest. Projected landfall was on Thursday. So, what that means is, as I said, is I want you to be safe. I wouldn't worry about your possessions as much as your family and your loved ones and, of course, your pets. That is more important. Insurance can replace your house, can replace your car, but it can't replace you. And it certainly can't replace your children or anyone else who was affected by this thing. So I want to see you out of harm's way. It's a mess. You're going to put on Project Pi or what? I think we got more important things right now to worry than about your Project Pi thing. Oh, God. So, I did not just simply sit around the house and eat bonbons for 3 hours. I sat there and I did a lot of work to find out what we can do to change the situation for the better, and you're worried about Project Pi. Studying the weather maps for one thing, finding out what exactly you can do to make this event possibly to mitigate the effects of Hurricane Florence. You know, this is a life-threatening thing, and you're worried about, you know, your comedy routine. I know it's important. I know you want to watch it. I mean, yes, I could use a little comedy relax. What do you think I was doing for the 3 hours? Why do you think I took a 2 hour 45-minute recess? Well, so right now I just basically poured it on. It's going to be very challenging to do because I said I would be back at 7 o'clock, and I did. I came back a little early because I basically have come to the conclusions that it's going to be a challenge. So I want to ask some questions of you people, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open the phones like always, and yeah, I could use a little bit of comedy too, trust me. It's very, very frustrating and depressing, and there's a lot more stuff going on than just a hurricane, but that certainly is the biggest issue. We also got the situation with Olivia, which I didn't even talk about. Or, for example, what's going on with Helene and Isaac, which is two others that are following Florence. Oh, that too. Well, right now, if Ted is in the Boston, Massachusetts area, he's fine. At this point, because I already said that there's a strong blocking high that is right below New Jersey that is going to keep that thing out of the area of New England. And that's where the problem starts. The desired effect that we wanted to move the system happens currently to what the National Weather Service 2 days after the sucker comes into North or South Carolina and North Carolina area, which is one of the reasons why it's an issue. I'm going to try to see if I can weaken the sucker, but at this point, it's looking pretty well organized at this point. That's all I can tell you right now. Frustrates me. No, I wasn't just chilling. I wish I was just chilling. I also was taking a look at some other news too, so it wasn't just looking at that, but that certainly was the major part of it. Can you do a protection spell like you did me? It's crazy how you were able to get inside my brain. Well, I don't even know where he is. Do you know at least what state he's in? Because I need to know that. Because I need to probably protect this entire area. So if you have an idea what state he is, I think he's in Massachusetts, but I'm not sure. Let's see if we can find him. Don't forget, Country Port, I know you're pretty good. So, let me think. Where is Ted? Where is Ted? Where is Ted? Where is Ted? I thought so. He's in the Boston area. I kind of got that down into the Eastern Mass. Okay. So, I might as well expand the territory to cover, because Eastern Mass and Rhode Island are almost the size of a quarter of Washington State, so it should be easier. Let's see. Chicago protect Connecticut while you're at it. May the forces of dark and evil entities keep their distance from this area, which I shall protect under my spell of the entire New England areas, southern New England, from Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut. May the evil forces basically be blocked from doing any harm to any of the people in those areas. If they do, they shall face energy which is not compatible with their spells, and their spells shall fall to naught. So be it. Radii. It's going to end up covering part of New York, too. Yeah, I know. Okay. Got it now. It's going to be a sphere of force in all cases, because they can go underneath you, and above you. So you need a full protection sphere Everybody thinks it's like a cone. No, it has to be a sphere. May the forces of evil stay at bay and not affect anybody in these areas that I have covered with my protection. You do something bad, guys, you're going to deal with me. Uno. Amen. It's done. Okay. Because I told you the truth, boys and girls. I told you the truth, that there is energy. Then I use energy, and I harness the energy. Only so many people are given the gift of true sorcery. Some people have spun-on-the-wall talents, and some have real power, but don't really know how to use it. I know how to use it from the beginning. Yeah, this is Fame. He's about 16 years old now. He's an old cat. What are you doing? He still likes to play, kind of like a kitten, but he's an old cat. He's been around a long time. Not only my Mother Esna's true champion, but Mother Esna is my true mother from the other side. I'm one of her offspring. Okay. What are you doing, Kitty? Come on. Okay. Now, seriousness and comedy included. Does anybody have any serious or comical questions? Let's start with the real one-to-one ones first, and then we can deal with the comedy ones. I am fine. You just missed me putting a protection spell on somebody to protect somebody from harm. Quincy Report saw the whole thing. He can attest to it. Oh, I bet he's going to have a hard time No, I think he'll show that on Quincy Report. I know him. He will. Yeah, I'm sure he will. And yes, Cringe Report, you may use a little bit of graphical special effects to emphasize that, because some people who don't have the touch of the site may not notice the actual working. Some may, some may not. It all depends. Yeah, well, you can always watch the rewind. You can always rewind a little bit. That's why the DVR function is always enabled. Go back about 5 minutes. I know you move this. I know you can move that storm. I know I can move it. The question is I'm gonna have to turn up the energies a lot. Brother. That makes me so tired when that happens. Okay. Trust me, a protection spell is nothing compared to what I gotta do to this hurricane. That's gonna take even more energy. Okay. Now, anybody got any questions, both funny and real? We'll start with the real ones first, because I think for some people who are unaware may actually think it's comedy, but we'll try to answer both. We all need kind of a little bit of comic release. I know I do. Sometimes even I need a break from all the real shit that goes on every day. But I also want to first start by asking if anybody has any legitimate questions, real questions that they may want to know about. I hear crickets. Chirp, 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 chirp. Oh, Michelle, you're killing me. No. All right, so as you saw on the maps, you can see what I have to deal with. You can rewind the tape and watch when I show you what some of the maps and what I have to deal with and the frustration. I got some more Marmite that came in today. My 500 gram jar arrived. Arrived, not arrived. Right, arrived. How do you enjoy hurricane season? I don't live for it, if that's what you mean. I do enjoy when I'm asked to get involved to prevent harm from other people. I enjoy getting a chance when I get the permission to go ahead and flex my spiritual muscles. You do realize that, unfortunately, it's going to be hard for me to, alright, well, I can take a quick look at it. Let me see which window of course, I'm going to have to temporarily hide the chat so I can get over to that screen. So hold on a minute. I'll sit on dashboard. Subscriptions. I think it's on the cringe report. Is it? Yeah, I think so. You didn't give me the link. I didn't give me the link either. So, let's see. See some new videos. Westport Plaza Sheraton. Subscriptions. Home trending subscriptions. You know, I think I'm looking for it now, guys. Just give me a second here. Okay. Oh, it's over here in the corner. That's not there. It's scroll down, channel. Oh, I know where it is. You know where it is? Yeah, I know where it would be. I gotta find my channel so I can see my subscription list. Okay. Let's see. Still don't see my subscriptions. Come on, Lome. That's my page. Where's the subscriptions? I'm looking. You're not helping people. Thanks a lot, Einstein. Like I didn't already notice that, right? Oh, come on. Give me a little slack. Alright, so here we go. Right, say broadcasting. Epic keys. I suspect it's on the cringe report, so I gotta scroll through this list of hundreds of subscriptions. Alright, so yeah, science, BigClive.com, Brainiac 75, Busted Tunes, BuzzFeed. Okay, cringe. I'm on the cold water right now. Conflict Radio, Connecticut Republicans. Oh, I found it. I found your channel, Cringe Report. Alright, so let's see. What's going on in Cringe Report? Videos. I see public access, Cringe Report, live, what the crew did over weekend, or break. The Slayton Sisters, a ton of fun. That was past live stream. The Cringe Files. Okay, so I found your channel, but I don't see anything about Project Pi. Am I in the wrong place, or is it under 11's channel? It's in your my Discord. Oh, okay, great. That's a start. Let me go back to my Discord. That will simplify things a lot. Discord mailbox. All right, I see it. All right, so I'll turn the sound on so everybody can hear it too. MMD archives, Cringe Report, Project Pi, and Deck Collectors. Alright, so guys, so we'll take a look at this. Please, I'm not going to be responsible for any foul language or anything. Okay, so it was actually located in the country. Unfortunately, okay, go ahead, call you on the air.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Oh, brother.
So the other week you were talking about Project Pi.
Who?
You were talking about Project Pi.
Which project?
Project Pi.
I don't know what that is.
You know Pi? You don't know what Project Pi is? You didn't look it up?
No, I don't.
Oh. Well, I have a Pi-related question. So I saw in a movie one time, this guy put his dick in a cherry pie, and he said it felt like a vagina.
It's 44 minutes long, guys. I'll do what I can.
In this movie, this guy put his dick in a cherry pie, and he said it felt like a vagina. Is that true? Have you ever tried putting your dick in a cherry pie?
Jeez. I am hermaphrodite, which means
right. So, did you try to put your dick in a cherry pie one time? Because I'm just thinking about trying it. I got a cherry pie. I just took it out of the oven. I was thinking maybe we could do it together.
I don't quite understand what you're trying to get at.
Well, I mean, you could get a cherry pie. I have a cherry pie. During your show, we could both put our dinglings in the cherry pie and describe to the audience what it's like.
So you're talking about my hermaphroditic condition? No.
No, I'm just talking about
obviously
two
not.
bros putting their dicks in some pies.
Oh. It's not really anything I really think about, to be honest with you.
But don't you think it would be interesting for your little show there if, like, we could describe to the audience what it's like to put your dick in a pie? We could do it together. Like, because I got this hot cherry pie. It's ready to go.
Oh, this is ridiculous. No, I would not do it.
You don't want to put your dick in a pie?
I don't even...
All right, I'll do it. Do you want me to just describe it to you then? Do you want me to do it right now?
Is that, like, related to the YIF thing?
What thing?
YIF. Y-I-F-F?
I don't know. I just know that there's a hot cherry pie in front of me, and I'm curious what it's going to feel like. So, do you want to come along for the ride? Do you want me to describe it to you?
Look, I don't think this is the appropriate environment to discuss.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and start putting my dick in the pie.
No, it's not. No,
Give me a
it's
second.
not.
Let me get my pants unzipped.
Well, this channel here right now is during prime time, so unfortunately, that would not be that would not be an appropriate topic for this audience.
Oh God, it actually feels great. Wow, that's a little bit warm.
That's enough of that. All right, go ahead, on here.
Yeah, I wanted to call about Project Pi that we talked about last Sunday or the Sunday before.
Oh, Project Pi. Yeah, we talked about the project. That's why I mentioned it last Sunday, but then we got...
Yeah, how do you feel about deep learning AIs? And if they have the capability to overtake humanity as Project Pi has stated in its white paper that you brought up?
Well, I checked into Project Pi, but I don't really quite understand how it works with blockchain.
Apparently, you're talking about your project.
I'm sorry, how many bitcoins do you have?
You can create something called PiCoin, which is kind of unusual because the last guy was talking about it too, and I had a hard time hearing him. I looked into Project Pi, but I don't really understand any of this about Project Pi. That's talking about pie coin, and you're talking about the other
You
president.
can have your avatars, and they're like electronic versions of you. Then they can go ahead and they can do chores for you and stuff because they know your likes, dislikes, and everything. But it's the blockchain part I don't get. Like, how does that work with your personality?
That's the $64,000 question, I guess.
Hey, obviously, he's thinking about another project.
I looked up the information on the web last time.
Yeah, but I'm curious of what putting your pecker inside a pie has to do with blockchain.
It has to do with personality.
Blockchain!
That's what it stands for. Personal artificial intelligence. Or PAI, not PIE.
So, do you get the pie coins before you put your pecker in the pie or after?
Apparently, you generate a certain number of blockchains, and those are actually going to be used to distribute your personality or AI.
Try to make like you're narrating
I
the
don't
video.
really understand how that really works. It's using the Bitcoin paradigm.
Because I'm just trying to figure out when I stick it in.
Well, why don't I do this? Let me see if I can find the file. I think I did download it. Let's see if I can find that. And we
See, we're gonna mix up because we're talking about completely two different types of pie.
I'm gonna put my pecker in the pie now, and I'll free up the line for anyone else who wants to maybe give their thoughts on Project Pie. You have a great night, Michelle.
That's kind of a little different. This is just nothing to do with sex at all. Alright, so why don't we go ahead and take a look at this. Go ahead, going on here.
Yeah, hello, name's Jackson. I'm curious, I was listening earlier, I didn't know if it got cut off. A fellow was going to explain what it was like to put his dick in a pie.
You talking about the Project Pie project?
Yeah, that guy. Yeah, he was going to explain it. Did he ever explain what it was like? Because I'm actually about to run to the supermarket, and I might get a pie myself and try it if he says it's good.
I don't know if this is the same thing that we're talking about, but do you know anything?
Yeah, he was saying he was going to put his pecker in the pie, right?
No. It has nothing to do with that. It talks about the Project
Pie. No, I
Pie.
heard it clearly. He said to you, he said, hey, I got this hot cherry pie.
Can you read the screen that's in front of you, what it says right now? It says,
Now, miss, I'm aware that you are deaf and blind. You aren't going to tell me how to read or to hear something, okay? Now, I just want to know, is there a timestamp I can go back and find that feller? Did he describe what it was like to put his pecker in the pie? I don't want to hear you talk. I just want to know what it was like for him to put his pecker in the pie.
Okay, well, we're talking about the decentralized, peer-enabled AI identities for the AI economy.
Okay, have you ever put your dick in a pie? If so, what kind of pie? Was it hot or cold, prepared? How'd you do that?
I don't do anything like that, okay?
You've never put your pecker in a pie?
No!
Not even a cream pie?
Not anything!
What about a rhubarb pie?
Oh, for God's sakes, do you know anything about my biology?
I have no clue about your biology.
No, then let me tell you about my biology. I'm a hermaphrodite.
Okay, what do I think? We're talking about different pie projects. If you want me to talk over this, I thought you want me to listen to it, not talk over it.
2 centimeters long. That's less than an inch. That's less than
Okay, well, put your nub in a pie. Put your nub in a pie.
Why would I actually want to realistically do that anyway? Seriously,
maybe
guys.
More people will be like me. They'll want to know what it's like to put your...
Michelle has Project Tongue.
Your job in a pie.
She eats pie.
Because one time I tried it with a blueberry pie, but I want to know if the cherry pie is any different than the blueberry pie.
Okay, well, let's get back to it.
Because the blueberry pie, it was a good experience. You know, the consistency in there and the warmth.
Covering my mouse.
You know, and when your balls would dip into it, it would get just right.
I think this is getting a little bit more than the public needs to hear right now.
He did that shit. No kidding.
Because, as I said, it's still technically below 9 o'clock, so this is really bordering
on... No, miss, I'm not trying to be offensive. I just,
Yeah, it's tongue my mermaid.
When that fella explained what it was like with him putting his pecker in the pie.
That's another story.
Okay, no, I don't. And you know what? I got it. I only have one line, so we have to leave this free for the next call, okay?
Thank you.
Okay, but what kind of pie would you use if you was going to put your Johnson in it?
None of the above. Go ahead, call your
That sounds like Michelle, right?
Yeah, I got a question about Project Pi.
Yeah, I had a question about Project Pi.
Yeah. So, do you think it makes any difference if it's a shepherd's pie or not? Or does it have to be like
it's not
sweet fruit pie?
It's not a food item. It's not a food item.
Well, I'm talking about when you put it's for like when you're putting your willy in the pie.
I'm not talking about that kind either.
That's disgusting anyway.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about with the Project Pie, you know, the fellas.
Well, I'm not talking about that Project Pie.
What it feels like, what every pie feels like against.
Okay, this is ridiculous.
Against his willy. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I do not.
Yeah.
There's a guy on the internet, right? He's doing Project Pie, and he's testing every single pie with his Johnson. Yeah. And he's making videos about it.
Well, that's not related to this.
And I thought that's what you're...
No, that's not related to this project at all. This has no relation to this project at all. This is completely different.
Okay, well, my apologies, but just as a personal question, do you think the shepherd's pie is a good idea, or should I probably not?
I don't know.
If you had a Johnson Miss, would you put it in the pie, in a shepherd's pie, or would you stick to the traditional, like the apple pie, the custard pie, that kind of stuff?
It has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Okay, we're talking about...
Because my dilemma here is with the normal pies, they're not big enough for my Johnson, right? I need a big old pie for my big old Johnson. So with the shepherd's pie, I can use a larger pan. I can get deeper penetration.
Oh, that's not even what this topic's about. So, if you...
Do you think I run the risk of catching an infection or something if putting my Johnson in a shepherd's pie like that?
I would do is, why don't you watch the video where we're discussing about something called Project Pie, which has to do about personal...
Right, Project Pie, that's the one. That's the fella sticking his willy in all the pies.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Oh, boy.
Yes, it does. I've watched several of the videos already. Don't you remember when he reviewed Cookies and Cream?
What? It's not the same.
Hello?
It's not the same thing we were talking about. Go to www.projectpie.com.
Projectpiewithpenises.com. I've been there.
It's not the same page. It's not the same page.
I don't understand why you're arguing with me. We're talking about the exact same thing.
You got to...
I just need to know if you would suggest the shepherd's pie or not.
We have a completely different topic, okay? So if
I'm failing to understand that. I'm failing to see what's different about your topic from my topic.
Watch the channel.
Watch what video?
Watch the channel and you will find out.
Can you get down for a second? I'm going to pause this so I can point out something here.
Wasting your time. Goodbye.
Okay. Oops. Did you just open a window?
First, you gotta deal with fucking cats.
Yeah, I opened a window. I didn't want to open a window.
Go ahead, call you on the air.
Hi, Michelle.
Who's this?
Susie.
What the?
Susie, your old neighbor.
Yeah.
How are you?
Okay, before I continue, speaking of something that I found was you thought this is bad? Cringe Report, I got a video for you. I'm going to send you this video later on. And it really is related to what R11H30 wants to talk about with the Tammy Slayton. But personally, I will say this much. I thought the video at the time was cringe. No. I won't watch the rest of this, but I wanted to speak up. This is just, it was disgusting that there was to think that somebody would actually think of doing that. Yeah, well, yeah, you're right, it was disgusting. It's disgusting. I mean, maybe the other Project Pi should change the name of the project to something else. Ugh. I don't think they're going to do that. Probably not. Let's go back to the video.
How are you?
I'm good. I was just watching your show on my phone, and I'm listening to these assholes talk to you about shepherd's pie and stuff.
Right.
Michelle, when you get calls like that, hang up.
Yeah, well, I tried.
They're just wasting time from people that want to call in and legitimately ask you a question.
So which apartment are you in anyway?
I'm in Bristol.
Of course, that's Sue.
Right, Sue. Okay.
Yes.
How are you doing anyway?
I'm good. But I'm listening to this guy talk to you about shepherd's pie and, private parts, and don't waste your phone line time with people like that.
Okay. Well, let's
because there could be people wanting to call in and ask you legitimate questions.
Okay. Well, what do you think about this concept of this personal artificial intelligence, Project Pi?
I don't believe in any of that. I don't. I just don't.
This is really kind of an interesting idea, but
it is.
I mean,
but it's just not something that I truly believe in.
What I could do, Sue,
no, a lot of people don't.
I think I got your email. Is I could probably send you a copy of this link to this article and probably send to you on Yahoo or Facebook, so you can actually read the article from Project Pi, the white paper, if you have time to read it.
Yeah, I can do that after work tomorrow.
I'll see if I try to get it together. By the way, how are you doing overall, personally?
Huh?
Because I saw that in your picture, it looks like you went back to blonde again.
No, it's dark. That was an old picture.
I think you just modified an old picture.
No, I didn't.
No, they just used a picture off one of my posts or whatever.
Yeah, you didn't like Rhonda either.
Dark.
No, actually, I don't know about her 11, but...
Yeah, I know, I remember.
I mean...
I just wanted to tell you, you know what, don't waste your time on assholes that call in with shit like that.
You know what bothers me is that last week, I got somebody put my phone number up on a radio station in Austin, Texas, and saying I was running a cat shelter, and they were actually calling me all...
Pause for a second. Oh, I guess a question to ask you guys. Who did you like better? Did you like Sue or did you like Rhonda? It's like trying to compare nitroglycerin to TNT. They both basically make explosions.
Okay, I'll give you that, love. Alright, so let's go back to this. That is a good question, though. But I don't think the answers can be that different. I'm from Austin, Texas, to drop off cats in my apartment.
Yes, I remember that. You said, no, I am not taking in cats.
No, I already got 4. It's enough.
Yeah, 4 is plenty.
And I got those 4. I've actually finally decided to work out something.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know how you do it, Michelle. I don't.
Somebody says to me here, R11H30 says, and R11H30 says, don't believe in AI. Question mark, are you retarded, lady? No, I don't think so.
You know what? Don't even respond. Why do they gotta be, disrespectful? Don't even respond to that. If they can't just ask a simple question and state their opinion or a suggestion or a question, don't bother.
Well,
don't waste your time.
I think they're actually talking about you, sadly. So I think they think you're a little bit behind the times. I think that's what they're really saying.
Well, you know what? I believe what I believe, and I just don't believe in it. And that's just the bottom line. And I'm not going to feed into anybody.
No, Ted, that is not my lover.
Michelle, I'm going to let you go in case anybody wants to call in. But I'll be in Winston tomorrow. Maybe I'll pop in and say hi.
Are you actually reading these comments?
Yes. But listen, I'm going to let you go because you're doing a show.
Lamar says, Sue has that good noggin. My crew called her slobber knocker Susie.
Michelle, don't even respond. I'm going to let you go in case somebody's trying to call in and actually wants to talk to you about legitimate stuff.
Well, one person said something which I agree with. He said the internet is never respectful. Well, it seems like we get some of the strangest people over here.
No kidding. I always get the strange ones.
I'll pop in tomorrow. I'll say hi after work tomorrow.
You know what I'd like to do is I will try to see if I can find you that article and a way I can send it up to you on Facebook Messenger so you can read it. Oh, well, you can actually download it directly from the Project Pi page itself.
Well, do that, and I will read it, and I'll let you know if I got time in the morning before I go to work, I'll read it, and then I'll talk to you about it when I get out of work tomorrow.
I think, like I said, the last person's comment kind of basically blindsided me.
Oh, I can imagine. No, I don't even want to know. I'm going to go eat my dinner, because I got to go to bed soon, but I will talk to you tomorrow. Watch the rest of the stream. I'm sure there might be some interesting stuff. I will.
All right.
Bye.
All right. So let me know if you want to come by over again. She's obviously left. Yep. Okay. So that was Sue. Yeah, the same Sue that was on here a couple months ago. Oh no. Go ahead, call you on the air.
Yeah, hi, Michelle. This is R11H30.
I'll pause this about 25 minutes, guys, so we can talk.
Is so behind the times. If she doesn't believe in AI, what does she think Siri is? What does she think Cortana is? What does she think Hey Google is? The phone she's talking on is an AI. And Project Pi is an ICO scam. They get you to send all your Bitcoin.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think about the idea of using the
project? And what they do is,
what do you think about
in return, they send you their Pi coin, and then you're stuck with a valueless coin to fund, in quotes, their project.
Well, that's where I don't get. Okay, I understand where you want to be able to.
I'm outside.
The idea is to create a centralized database of your personality, personalized artificial intelligence with your own personal data and everything. And then I guess you get Picoin for you share
Exactly. That's the key point. You get Picoin. It's a valueless coin that they have this big project that they want you to fund. And then you fund it, and then the project does nothing, and they have all your Bitcoins, and Bitcoins are worth a lot of money. That's what they do. But I'm going to get the lineup, and I would never insult you. That was directed at the lady caller who doesn't believe in AI. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Have a good night, Michelle.
All right, well, here's the question. Okay, now, seeing all the data from Facebook and everything, I have no idea. Go ahead, call you on the air.
Hey, it's Sue again.
Who's this?
It's Sue.
Well, that
our guy, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Okay, he's the one that's dumb because he believes in the myth.
Okay, that's enough of that for right now. Yes, I remember the episodes say so it's plural because there was actually several. I still don't understand whoever came up with the other Project Pi thing because I always kind of found it a little bit disgusting to think about. It is kind of a... No, it's not kind of a dead one, but let's put it this way. It really didn't get much traction. I'm talking about the PAI one. It's really niche project. Now, as far as the Serena Williams thing, guys, frankly, I don't really know enough about it to really, say one way or the other about the supposed to be thing saying that the umpire in the tennis match was racist or sexist or whatever. But personally, I think that if you play a competitive sport and you lose and the umpire calls a certain type of play and it doesn't work out, it doesn't mean that they're being racist, but it's just or sexist. It's just that they saw what they thought was a problem. Do you realize how fast a tennis ball moves on the court? It doesn't take much to make a bad call. So, okay. Speaking of Sue, she said that one of the reasons why she doesn't want to be on a regular show again is because she says, I hate when people keep asking, where's Sue, where's Sue, where's Sue, where's Sue? She said, I'd like to visit you, but I don't want to be on camera, by the way, because I think Sue, in one sense, wants to keep it simple, but in this case, I think she was equally just as right here too. That she thought it was disgusting also. So, any questions? Or are you going to make statements? Or statements, yeah. I think the video, for as length goes, I think it runs a little bit on the long side. But I've got a video for Cringe Report that I will upload about the Slayton sisters that's related to his other project. Actually, I could probably upload it right now. I can upload the link, yeah. I'll do it on an iPhone so I don't screw up the computer here. Tammy Slayton, in this video, shows her nightly bedtime routine in excruciating detail. Including literally brushing her teeth. And I'm seriously, that like totally grossed me out. I mean, she's got the toothbrush in the mouth, the toothpaste is flying everywhere. I was like, ugh. I'm like, lady, please, okay. Everybody's gonna brush their teeth. You don't have to sit there and go into excruciating detail of telling us when you're gonna brush your teeth. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna go ahead and you wanna play it? No, I don't wanna play it. It's my night routine in 2016. So I'm gonna send this to Cringe Report. Good luck. Or is it R11E3s that I should send this to? I have no idea. Send it to MMD Archives. I bet he would love it. That's what Mrs. Hannigan said to Daddy Warbucks. They love it. Actually, I think he's gonna go get cringy. This scene is really, really gross. This woman goes into detail. I mean, one-on-one detail. So I'm going to send it straight out to MMD Archives so he can go ahead and he can cringe a little himself. Good one. Yeah. Here's for you, Mr. CR. I shall allow you to quietly squirm. I didn't make this up. This is actually for extra real video link. So this is going to Cringe Report right now. You guys can watch it too if you want. I'm sure he'll probably put it on Cringe Report when he wants to show the detail of the woman brushing her teeth. Really. It's just unbelievably gross. Not that I'm really into being gross that much. Yeah, well, let's see. Any messages? No, not right now. You want to check the status on the hurricane? Yeah, I'm going to check the status on the hurricane. So, let's go check that real quick. And, let's see. National Hurricane Center. See if they updated. I know they usually update it about every hour or so. 7:39. And it looks like... Okay, let me update this. Let me refresh this page. Wow. You know what? I don't know if it's been updated much, but let me see what I can tell you. No, it's still sitting about the same place as far as this update goes. It hasn't changed. But let me show you something about this. It's almost like follow the leader. You got this one, and this one. And it's like these two guys are following this guy, and we're going to have barometric pressure flows. If we're lucky, as I said, we can get the hook this way. I don't think it's going to hook that much. Nah, I don't think it's going to hook that much. Nice. If we can get it to go to 12 o'clock position, but that's not going to happen, I don't think. Could you move? How would you best move this? Let's see. I'm trying to compensate for Coriolis effect here. That would be what I want to see. I want to see it do just that. To hook this way. But I don't really know if it's going to ever do that. So you pray. You certainly can do that. No one said you can't pray. Praying is good, actually. Did you know that prayer is actually a form of a spell? You actually, think about it's true. When you pray, you're actually casting a spell. So there's people of peace. Anyway, this is Amy Slayton, not Tammy Slayton. But, like I said, definitely cringe reporting. I think he'll love it. He shall be very cringy. Alright. If it hooks as far as I'd like it to hook, the answer is we may have gotten some residual rain from it. But at this point, the track doesn't show it's going to really hook at all that much. But there will be some rain, band of rain covering the entire East Coast, but it doesn't show. Yeah, well, maybe it's old news, but definitely is cringe report for you. See, this from 2016. I'd love to hear what Tammy's got to say about that. Yeah. Well, the other spell, the one we were worrying about with the storm system, that's maybe a little bit late, too. We'll see what we can do about it. Maybe the spell would actually keep the Northeast, at least New England anyway, safe. Can't say much about Pennsylvania, though. Let me go back to the map. I'll show you something about that map, because this is something related to what Rich is asking about. Okay, let's go back to this. Okay, I'm going to use this as a map here. The current track shows it's going to go right in here. If it hooked and it's got a swath, it's going to cover possibly North Carolina, South Carolina, and part of Virginia at this point. But if the system hooked a little more or deviated up this way, this is why it's so critical to get it right, because if it goes just a little bit up here, right above North Carolina, it's going to land smack there, right New England or New Jersey, New York. It looks like Sandy. That's what I'm afraid of. I don't want it to be like Sandy. I don't want Sandy-like effect. And let's see, where's my cursor? There it is. Yay! Okay, so here's the deal. If, according to the way that the map says, it says it's supposed to go about here. So in other words, it says west, north, west about, so that shows it there. But if it goes any further up, it's going to land smack dab right in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, if it one slight deviation of barometric pressure. Let's put it this way. Chances of moving this sucker are going to be very tight. Maybe the best I can do is to work on the other two, which are behind it because they're further out. For example, take this one right here. Come on, cursor. Don't get yourself a new optical mouse. I will, eventually. Like this one here, Hurricane Isaac, as of 5 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time. Substance and Index Category 1. Maximum sustained winds is at 63 knots, 75 miles an hour. Maximum pressure distribution is 993 millibars. It's higher pressure, so that means it might be a little easier to push that away. Located at 14.4 degrees north, at 45.1 degrees west, movement west at 12 knots or 14 miles per hour. So this guy is moving westerly, which means it could go straight into right into Mexico. If it stays westerly, yes. Okay. This one says west-northwest at 12 knots. This is the Helena. This guy, or gal, is Category 2, maximum sustained winds at 105 miles an hour. Minimum central pressure is 974 millibars, located 14.9 north by 31.5 degrees west. Minimum is west-northwest at 12 knots or 14 miles an hour. Now, the west-northwest, if I was to project it, if I was just to draw a line west-northwest, this is what you get. Boom. Right here. Straight, if you draw it straight as a crow flies. That's not the way it really works, but this upper part of the East Coast will get smashed. That is not what I want that either. But this one is far enough away that maybe if the barometric pressure comes in like the show, that this one could be deflected easier. But honestly, that's pushing your luck, kids. That's pushing your luck. But we'll see what we can do. So, you also got to get some air fresheners in here. This place needs to stick up. Oh, yeah, I know. I got to clean the cat boxes. Oh, yes, definitely. I mean, the cat pee. Ugh. Stink. I usually have my windows open so you don't really smell it that much. But obviously the windows are closed and it's, gets kind of ripe in here. You got cat litter, change the damn boxes. Yeah, I will. After this is over. So, geriatric pressure. Old geezer special. Oh, God. Geriatric pressure. Bariatric pressure. Well, the biggest problem is the spell is being casted too late. Like I said, is with the barometric pressure. We're going to try to change things, but it may be a nip and tuck all the way across the board. You're going to show that video about that woman? Oh, for God's sakes. That was gross. Oh, yeah, I'm not going to show it. No. Come on. This poor woman shows details of her brushing her damn teeth. Looks like this Amy Slayton looks like Dory. Kind of similar, same turtleneck, yeah, and the Tammy doesn't look any different than Dory. I wonder who can eat better. I wonder who can eat more. I have no idea. Barometric pressure. Barometric pressure. That's what I meant to say. And they're coming out. Barometric. I always end up pronouncing it barometric pressure. Country report, there's a question for you. Who do you think can eat more? That Tammy or that Dory Myville? Oh, God. I don't know. Who do you think weighs more? I don't know. I don't know Tammy's weight. Seriously, I'm very lucky in keeping my health pretty good after all these years. So, any new massages? No, any new massages? Let me see. Come on, you look. Let's see. No, nothing new here yet. So, okay. I don't know. I haven't talked to Dory. She hasn't contacted me. She just waved and said hi to the messenger group, but that's all I can tell you. That's a question I'm going to put out on the audience right now, which is this. Okay, because I don't really know much about this Tammy, but who do you think can eat more, Tammy or Dory? There you go. Of course, I got a feeling. Is Tammy diabetic too? I have no idea. I don't want to even try to start a rumor mill on that. In a way, if Michele basically defeats Hurricane Florence, she will have won the lottery. In a way, yeah. In a way, I would have. So that's the question. Who do you think can eat more? Actually, let me throw in Amy, too, because they all kind of look like the same. Okay. Same question. Who do you think can eat more? Tammy, Dory, or Amy? There we go. Spreading the category up. Unfortunately, Michele lost the link. No, you know what? No, I didn't lose the link. I just somebody on the phone. So, what I should do is wow. What? Command V. Okay. So, yes, we have the phone on, guys. It's been on the whole time. So, who do you think can eat more? Dory, Tammy, or Amy? That's the question. And also, another question is, why, and this, I've seen this on several channels, why do morbidly obese people think throwing more makeup on top of them is going to make them look any better? I'm overweight. I don't wear a lot of makeup. And I don't have a makeup fixation. But so many obese people I see wear makeup and they think it's going to make them look any better. I don't really know how in heaven's name that ever came to be. Because I think it makes them feel better. Yeah, but you know what? It still doesn't change their underlying appearance, though. No. It's still we're morbidly obese. It's not going to change. It's like the old expression, putting lipstick on a pig. You know, yeah, it's not going to change. You're just going to look the same. You're just going to be just as big and miserable and looking for that box of cookies in the refrigerator. Unfortunately, you gotta be careful. You might trigger somebody. I might, but I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to kind of have some fun with the audience. Hopefully not going to offend somebody. Good luck. Okay, I'll give you that. What about yourself? I've been trying to work on my weight since I was a kid, guys. Seriously. Cruise Report understands this. Not everybody's so lucky. Really. I didn't benefit from lucky genes. My father was a very thin man, very, very healthy, even in his old age before he died. And he was skinny as a rail. My mom has a slight issue. My sister has an issue. My brother has an issue. But for some reason, we didn't get my dad's skinny jeans. Which is kind of sad, because I would have loved if I was lucky to get the skinny jeans. You always have a dream. Yeah, well, yeah, as a kid, I still do kind of want it. What's the dream, you ask? Very simple. I would like to be skinnier. I pray to the Lord above me that one of the things I dreamed as a kid was that I wanted to be smaller. Now, you may not think that's important, but the truth of the matter is, you know, if you're too tall and you're too wide, some says, yeah, but it hangs good on you. Yeah. Yes, be at peace, I see you. How you doing? Part of me always said this, that I wish I was a little smaller, like 5'6", 5'7". You know what they do in China? They actually break your legs and you put you on a rack and stretch you. Yeah, but what if you want to be smaller? Well, then they can't put you on a rack and stretch you. They have to put you in a trash compactor and squish the schmutz out of you. I don't think it's uncommon. Yeah, well, how's Michelle going to be about 2 inches shorter? Yeah, that's the question, right? How can Michelle be 2 inches shorter? 2 inches shorter. That's a good question, though. Yes, it is. Actually, like I said, my relatives aging, yeah, that kicks in too. You know, one of the things I hate about when you get old is when you wake up and your body hurts. Or your eyes don't always focus right. Or sometimes your hips hurt so bad that you can barely walk. I don't know how much Dory weighs, but honestly, I don't think Dory is... I mean, she says she's trying, but I don't think she's succeeded losing anything. Actually, it's gravity. Gravity's, you're actually half an inch shorter in the evening than when you first wake up. Because gravity is pushing down on your body. Yeah, I stretch a little bit, but just trying to get out of bed is a stretch. Michelle has a goal in life. Yeah. I want to live to be a centurion. Yeah, well, I think you'll do it. Most of the women in your family live pretty old anyway. The guys do too, most of the time. Especially those that don't have any drinking or smoking habits. Which is most of them now, but used to be alcohol and cigarettes used to be common in my family. Stretching my help with you. Oh, I do like stretching exercises specifically for that reason, yeah. I have Googled it. I also know exactly what's causing the condition, too. The seafood diet. Yeah. Very famous diet. You see me eat, I see food, and I eat the rest of it. But make sure you understand, PAPs, when you get to be a certain age, you need to stretch for other reasons, because the cartilage and the muscles and the tendons get stiff. I had Googled it, but not recently. Anybody get any... Oh, be at peace. You missed a really powerful spell working about 7 o'clock. Shame, shame. I'm sure Cringe Report will gladly replay it for you later on. Yes, but people here said that they don't like me to read the news out loud because it upsets them. That's the reason. Okay. I feel a spirit inside of me wants to facilitate discussion about whenever I can. Yeah, but I don't know if the rest of the audience really is interested. It's not news yet. He can't see my chat and I can't see his. Well, unblock him because he's not blocked on this side. You have the right to unblock him yourself. Because he's not blocked by me and he's not blocked in the system. Cringe Report, you need to unblock him yourself. How does he do that? You go to your own dashboard, okay? And you see go to community settings and you'll see where it says block people. You see be at peace and people of Christ and people whatever else he knows himself as. Unblock those guys and he will see his comments. People are warning people. Every single conservative media outlet has been telling people about what's going on, what they need to worry about. I am not the only one. The Health Ranger, which works with InfoWars, better known as Mike Adams, has said much about things that we can do to stay healthy. Other people have said much about doing things to stay healthy. Do you have the information? I don't want to play all the people's videos because... Okay, be at peace. Can you explain that to our 11H30? He has asked you specifically about the 3 days of darkness. So can you please give him your answer about the 3 days of darkness prior to the rapture that you wanted to discuss earlier? Well, you went through and explained it earlier in the live show. We can certainly explain it now. I can fix that problem. Yes, I can. Wrench you want, wrench you can have. Let's give me a second here. How do I get to the wrench? Click on it. The stupid thing doesn't freeze on me. It's freezing on me, you stupid son of a bitch. Okay, fine. Okay, now you got the wrench back. You got your wrench back now. Prove it. Make sure you got the wrench. You got your wrench, Cringe Report. Okay? Don't believe me? Try typing something. You should see a blue wrench. I think some will voluntarily stay behind to help. It's just going to be more dangerous than now. If people think now is desperate, depressing, wait till then.
Also, the Antichrist, fake Jesus, will be here.
Yes, I know that.
Is it though? BPC will utter lies out of his mouth and set his own banking kingdom on the United Nations, which is already in process. For those of you who didn't know. The fact the banking establishment has every plans to destroy the economics of the world right now. Lisa Havens just talked about it with the people in Noble Gold. Right. Did you get that cringe report? What he's saying right now? Can you read what he's saying? Let me just, in case you missed, he said the last one, we need to remember that the second coming of Christ will come only from the sky. So he won't be born here, right? Because remember, it says that he would come back from the clouds, as it says in the book of Revelation. He did not say he would be born here. In a fiery apparition. Yes, something like that. What the heck?
Somebody's making some big noise.
Yeah, somebody's making some big noise, alright. He is technically stuck at 30 years old. Oh, no, he's not. He just is going to continue to show as a 33-year-old person. They have technologies over here to make the body last forever and keep them young. Yeah, he just has to think it. Exactly. The same kind of way I do things. You just think about what you want and it will be done. It is what part of the new coming of the new age, the age of Aquarius, which is upon us, is that we have the power to do just that. If we think it, it will be. Okay, so who is it? He's asking. I think he's asking who is going to be coming, but who is the Antichrist? I got my hunches. I got my hunches too. It says that the Antichrist will have the number of a man of 666, as it mentions in the book of Revelations, and also mentions that the seven hills, which talks about Rome in the King James Bible. And the Antichrist would come into the Jewish temple, which will be rebuilt in the Jewish temple for several years under his reign. Many will be misled prior to that. But the important thing is, number one, is the temple has to be built first. Right, it's not Obama. Allison Thomas was on YouTube, and she is a real prophet. So is Mark Taylor. But Mark Taylor also said that that Donald Trump, which is related to what me and Mitch have talked about in the past, is actually preparing for people to be ready for the return of Christ as he's marshaling the forces of good versus the forces of the globalist evil. Netanyahu, I would think he could be. I don't know about Erdogan, but it could also be very well one of the leaders of Iran, because they keep talking about their Messiah, which is certainly from their description of the book of Quran, doesn't sound like anything I'd want to call Christ. So Khomeini and his predecessor, and the president of Iran, is also a candidate. Yeah, well, I think that the post-prophet probably would be Jewish, I think.
What about the leaders of Iran? People didn't really like Allison Thomas because she was very straightforward and she focused more on our lives personally than all the prophecy stuff. Well, makes sense. Yeah, I think it's going to probably be a Jewish man or Muslim. Because given that the fact is Iran has been saber rattling pretty heavily lately about wiping Israel off the face of the earth, I think maybe there will be one of the people from Iran. Allison Thomas is the same age as you, maybe slightly old. Whose age are you talking about? My age? Or are you talking about R11's age? Oh, okay. My age. Because I don't think R11 isn't that old. He's like 20 years younger than me. What do you think about Rebecca Marina Messenger? Yeah, I know that. Does Allison or yourself have anything to say about Rebecca Marina Messenger? Yep. But also, if you go to your page, Cringe Report, and go to your settings, that's what you also gotta do. You gotta go to your community settings dashboard and look for anybody you have blocked and unblock those accounts. That would be your community settings. Rebecca Marina Messenger is a spiritual teacher. She's on Facebook. And she's also on Discord. And no, she's not on Discord, but she is also on my subscription playlist. Malachi Martin. Could you show them any information about Rebecca Marina Messenger's page? I can send you a link to her page, but I don't know if I can actually. I'll send you a link to her page later on R11. She's got a page. You could send him a link right now and just put on. He doesn't have Discord. I know he doesn't have Discord. Just send it to him an email. Right. Okay, I'll do that. So let me do that. Let's see. Also, what does Allison Thomas say about Sylvia Brown and the Church of Nova Scotius, or whatever it is? Let's see. I'm going to send this link to Rich about Rebecca Marina Messenger so you can check her out. She covers a lot of interesting stuff. Some of the stuff is really cool, but some of the stuff kind of borders on things that even I find hard to chew on, especially if I'm in a hurry. So I'm going to find your page here. How many M's now? N's. O-P per, okay. Portal introduction. Oh, does he make his videos? Nope. Oh, shit. Okay, here we go. Let's see. How can I share this channel? Share, feedback, help, desktop. No. Okay, I know how. Okay. select all, copy, cancel, and I'm going to send this channel to, let's see, I'm going to send it to Rich, compose, inboxes, okay, sending you a link to Rebecca Marina's channel, okay, ECCA Marina, okay, hit paste like pasto. Just like she has a existing account. Okay, so I just sent you a direct email, Rich, about Rebecca Marina Messenger's channel, so you can find it and check it out. Allison Thomas really doesn't talk about other people that much. She said that many frauds and false prophets. Speaking of Marmite, let me show you something. I got my new jar of Marmite I bought, and I got now, the 4 sizes of the Marmite jars. Okay, these are the 2 ones that have Marmite in them. And these are the 2 other jars that are empty. So I thought I would show you these guys real quick. You could call this my Marmite collection. Let's see. That's a $2.50. That's a $1.25. This is a $400. And this is a $500. Now, obviously the phone is way up there, so I'm going to bring it down closer so you can see it. And you're stepping on your cord again, like always. Oh, you need to get a cord that retracts. Oh, that would be nice. Okay, so let me move this down so you can see it. Okay, this is a 125 jar. It's empty now. Okay, this is a 250 gram jar. This is a 400 gram squeezer. This is the newest one. 500 grams of Marmite. These 2 are full of Marmite. This one is mostly full. These are empty and washed out. Kind of a collection. So this is my Marmite collection. 125, better known as 4.4 ounces. This is 250 grams. This is 400 gram squeezer. And then, of course, this is 500 grams. Brand new. Unfortunately, when I got it, it leaked a little bit. It leaked out of the jar, but not much. But oh yeah, I got enough. Oh, and Michelle's got plenty. I'm gonna put these jars back. Okay, I'm gonna put these back individually. I don't want to break these. After all, these are imported. They're expensive, and I don't want to have to replace them. They're actually selling these. You can buy these jars on eBay secondhand, cleaned out. But I really, like I said, the squeeze jar, the only thing wrong with the squeeze jar is the Marmite has to be a little thinner to work with this. This is the newest one. I know. It looks like Grotard, doesn't it? It's good shit though. Very thick, very heavy, very salty. Good shit. So, gotta put this stuff away here. Rhonda bought me the 400 gram squeezed one, which was okay. You going to scoop it out of your fingers? No, that's related to the Marmite challenge. I kind of do that anyway, but usually on a knife. But cat's here. Yes, Rusty. Get on up, you little beast. Hello, my name is Rusty. I'm fat. I'm big. I'm heavy. You're a pain in the ass. Oh, come on. Come on, put your tail down. The challenge should be to eat the 2 bottles worth of insulin. I'm not into competitive eating like that. I already told you that. And the stuff, that big jar cost me $27. Yeah, it's probably relatively more expensive than caviar. It would be cheaper for me to go to Tesco in the UK, pay for an airplane ticket, and buy this stuff fresh at Tesco. I mean, not kidding you when I say that. When you're importing that shit, it's expensive. Yeah, make everybody think Michelle's a disgusting person. And say, guess not worth it, but I think people got mad when Michelle ate those cupcakes from the soup kitchen with the frosting dripping all over her fingers and her face was covered from head to toe in black frosting. You realize with the amount of salt in Marmite that also potentially can give you a heart attack? Do you realize that that 500 gram jar alone has no sodium in it? So seriously, really, really cause some bad harm to the body if you ate it all at once. I still just get the stuff on my fingers. I know. At $25, a 500 gram jar, I don't think you want to spend that much money. 500, that's what? How much is that an ounce? Let's see. I'll just round it off. I know he has a big following, but as I said, my situation is a little different. And the amount of sodium we're talking about is not good for a person's blood pressure. Okay, French report says, okay, will pot's going to be red, or are you going to... Alright, let me go back and read his comments. Let's focus on what he was saying, because he can't read his comments. He said, because surprisingly, most people are willing to chose to give themselves over to Lucifer and worship money and other things. That was, let's see. The typical people nowadays that live says more like a quote. Okay, I'm gonna go further back here. He says, Allison Thomas doesn't really talk about other people like that, but she said there are many frauds and false prophets who are there to steal your money. And I think that's kind of what Rebecca Marina Messenger is one of the reasons I have my doubts. Just the milk could have been explosive, you know. Oh yeah, Michelle's bladder would have probably blown up. And you would have been stuck with looking like urea everywhere. It's best to get life insurance and God as soon as possible, so that we never know when our body's expiration date will be. We certainly don't want to end up burning. Actually, I don't think most people end up burning. I love the one Jewish boy said. This is an 11-year-old. He says, I think hell. This is what he said. This is from, what was it? BuzzFeed? I thought it was BuzzFeed. He said, I think hell is when everybody goes in the equivalent of group therapy. That's still hell. Imagine having to sit there in a group therapy session when everybody else is on top of a miserable problem. Yeah, I guess that would be hell. Okay, so he goes on, he says, oh yes, I've seen the attempts before, it was nauseating. Be at peace is far scary worse than your worst thing. I've had people say it's actually potentially your body just continually rots like a zombie. You're the undead. You're also the damned. Okay. It's difficult for people nowadays in such a morally corrupted culture in America. Oh man, that would have been some real deal content. She better wolf down the Marmite like a champ. I have enough for Marmite for something. Cringe said, what? That's it? Come on, I thought you were going to have jugs of it, pounds. I got 1.1 pound of it. Come on. $27 or 1.1 pound of this stuff. I don't think he understands exactly how expensive that stuff is. This stuff is more expensive in some ways than caviar. Watch your eyes eat the Vegemite. He's jars enough. LOL. It's nasty. Yeah, but Vegemite is sweetened with caramel coloring, and Marmite from Britain is not sweetened. Marmite from Australia or from New Zealand is sweetened from sanitarium, and stuff is sweetened with sugar. This British Marmite is not sweetened. It's like eating dark chocolate. It's like, no, dark chocolate's nicer than this. If you want to see the Marmite, I give a video of you seeing me eat Marmite. Actually, it's on my playlist. Okay. Let's see, we'll have more people. The very few people will make it. Okay, wait. Alright. I like Allison doesn't claim to be special, but she just calls herself a mouthpiece. A mouthpiece? I think he has a hard time with hominins. But she is warned that very few people will make it into heaven. The challenge can be eat the 2 miles worth, and because surprisingly most people have willingly chosen to give themselves over to Lucifer, worship money, and other things. BP's her son actually died when he was 13, and only 2 other kids grew up. She went to visit him many years ago. Michelle, it's very important that you use fingers. Okay, well, I'm just trying to catch up with the piece because I know I'm getting through your comments at the same time. I don't think you grasping how many viewers. Oh brother. Okay, hold on, man, guys. I'm almost caught up here. You're not caught up. You're still 4 behind. Yeah, it's like emptying the Atlantic Ocean with a teaspoon. Our meat. I spoke with Mother Asna. She wants you to do this. It turns out Sylvia Brown was a fraud. He said it would reimburse the money. I told him. Oh. Alright, so be at peace, we're now caught up. Okay, so alright, so does anyone have any questions at the be at peace part? Now, should I eat Marmite? Ask him to try the British Marmite, not Vegemite. And don't tell him not to eat the New Zealand sanitarium Marmite, because that's sweetened with sugar. If he wants to eat that one, that's fine, but it's sweetened. So, he's not going to get the same kind of result. If he wants to have him try eating the British Marmite, which I got. Make sure Shoe Ice gets a jar of Marmite as well. Oh, brother. Make sure so our 11 H30 for the last time, and I did say this to Cringe Report, make Sure Shoe Ice has British Marmite. People want preachers can brush their ears. Don't forget, be at peace, but there are preachers / priests that actually make the hell game into a racket as well. Okay? That's the reason why if you go to every single church, they're always trying to scare you to the edge of your seat. Well, he should get some. If you're going to do an equal comparison, he has to have some. Send him a small 125 gram jar. It's the least expensive way you can get some. If he has none, ask him to have Marmite, British Marmite, not the New Zealand one. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Please. Alright, that doesn't mean I'm not going to eat Marmite, because I am going to eat Marmite. I did a whole video on Marmite. I know you did. I got that. But hell is real, and maybe they're not wanting to scare us. Just warn you. Good evening, Lucifer. Luminous, is it I, Jimmy Rants? Okay, how you doing? If people want to be with Lucifer, they should not. Why should God save them? Here's a secret. Father God and Mother God have said that they love all their children. And it is true that some have done things by voluntarily choosing not to serve the forces of good. Those are the ones who have chosen to send themselves to hell. Mother Angelica of EWTN Health has said the same thing, is that people have voluntarily chosen to go to hell. I think these people are trying to get over your head. Who is trying to get over my head? God can only save you if you apologize. That is true. That is true. If you are truly, you regret your sins and you are willing to do repentance, I'm not going to do a competitive eating challenge. That's not something. Yes, I agree. Oh, actually, they're both good. They're both good, but Mother Angelica has more experience as a contemplative cloistered Franciscan nun. Even now, I don't know if she's still with us now. I think she may have passed away recently. She had a stroke in the end. I know that. But she truly believed in what she taught at EWTN. So that was a major part of her ministry, was that she lived the faith. You may receive a call being a guest. Okay. R11, I just want this to be exposure to me and Michelle. That's all. I'm doing it behind the scenes to get you known. You may even be receiving a phone call to be a guest on the show. I understand that. I got that. But my honest life, my everyday life is quite, interesting. I mean, look at what I do every day. Ask Cringe Report to show you when I did that working. He even said. He saw energy coming out of my head. That tells you something. That's, I'm not kidding you, R11H30. Ask Cringe Report. He saw it at 7:03 p.m. Allison's a nun to be not a Catholic one. I think she is just a nun of her own. Self-contemplative. There are a couple of them. There are self-contemplative nuns. They are actually, they work in the community of the world, but they are not living in a cloister, but they are like nuns. R11H30, you wanted to talk to me? R11H30, you did ask to speak to Be at Peace. Would you like to ask Be at Peace about what you said about being on his show? I think you said that Be at Peace could be a major part of the show. R11H30, would you like to talk to Be at Peace either by the phone or by this? Hell yes, Pop, you should talk with us, a 9-20-second show if you can. I've been dying to talk with you. Okay, what time would that be on the 22nd? Intention. Let me light intention. Don't forget the name Finistra. Let me Finistra means window of enlightenment. Right. No, that's not the case. It's here's your point. Nobody is trying to discredit these people. Okay. Please understand, if you remember what happened with those cupcakes from the soup kitchen and all the black frosting and dripping on me from Halloween, nobody said to me, dude, that's awesome. That was disgusting. I was just trying to eat cupcakes and I got frosting everywhere. Ugh. Everybody, including Ruben, whatever, said, holy crap, that's disgusting. First time she was like, I wish she submitted past son, 9 p.m. So it'll be September 22nd at 9 p.m. People of Peace, Eastern time. And woke up, it's just time for work. Yep. Been there, done that. I astral travel a lot. It's actually, I got a frequent astral travel pass. I'm kind of joking. Actually, I do astral travel a lot. It's what I love to do. I actually have a trip doing it. I enjoy it. You realize that sounds like a pun? Unintended. Yes, I do astral travel. And yes, I do have fun. And yes, I love it. And I do it, obviously, with safety guards. Oh, God. I got another question related to people. What's your plan with this Tammy Slayton and possibly with her sister Amy Slayton? Since you mentioned the Slayton sisters, what is it about Tammy and Amy Slayton that you find interesting? I am reading it all, and she woke up just in time for work. And let me know your thoughts. Okay, Michelle, please read it all, and please let me know your thoughts. Cringe Report, if you want 1,000 subs, you gotta eat marmite like you mean it. I eat it like I mean it. I cook with this stuff. Okay. BP, but in her case, it was not intentional astral travel. It was more like Jesus and her guardian angel coming to her bedtime and escorting her over. That is how you usually start for a lot of people. Her forehead. What? Obviously everything's up to you, Michelle. I'm just trying to get... Okay, well, answer my question, please, because I'm still... Her forehead? You talking about Tammy Slayton's forehead, or what? Is that what you're interested in? Is Tammy Slayton's forehead or her sister's forehead? Okay. What about her sister Amy? What about my forehead? You can see where I have a third eye indentation. And yes, you can see it right here. Look at my forehead. I have a third eye indentation right here where my finger is. Right where the third eye would be. Right where the third eye is. I have an indentation right there. It's about as deep as your hole. Okay, I'll give you that. Okay. How do I do astral travel? Well, first of all, there are videos that discuss it. But before you even try, there's a couple of safety factors you need to remember. When you're actually leaving your body, if you don't leave a piece of your essence behind, you are basically leaving yourself an open vacancy for the dark entities. And trust me, Pop, you don't want to deal with the dark entities, okay? So you need to leave a part of you behind that could actually summon you in an alarm action to send you back. You can kind of do it in sleep, but it requires deep trance and thinking about where you're going to and concentrating on the goal of going to go. But you need to have if you've never done it, you can't do it naturally. Some people have a hard time doing it naturally. You need to practice, ideally with somebody who knows how to do it in person. I don't know who to believe. Allison, T, Sunlight, Lucia, Anna Maria, Beyond Sylvia Brown. How about you spend time in prayer and you ask your guardian angel to help you understand? I know what you're going to say is, but who's my guardian angel? Well, that's not always easy to find out. I want to do it your way. Well, the first thing you need to do is research. You need to learn. Sylvia Brown is as any source on astral travel. Rebecca Marie the Messenger does cover it also. Could you report? Can't wait, buddy. Hoping to get a huge panel. Michelle will bop. Well, what about my forehead? You didn't even talk about Michelle's own forehead. She's got the third eye right there. I know. Don't get upset, Lou. People don't realize that you have the third eye indentation right here in your forehead. Nobody else has that. Okay. Well, most important thing is you gotta feel confident about doing it. And the first time you do it, it's going to scare the fucking hell out of you because you're going to feel like your scalp, because you first have to elevate the energy level, and you're going to feel your scalp kind of feel like it's peeling back because you're going to be raising your energies above the crown chakra. So you're going to be going from indigo to octarine in higher energy vibrations. Oh yeah, one more thing. You may actually see your hair start to burn off. Oh, please. Yes, it's true. And Nick, don't worry about the eating challenge Saturday. Shooting is just interesting. Michelle is going to be nuts. I haven't asked for a segment with a bumper, Michelle. Yes, I did do that for you. All right. I did already. Yep. Okay. It would be actually interesting to ask him if he actually also ever did the Nathan hot dog challenge. That would be interesting. To recreate all your hot dogs. Why? You could put mermaid on your hot dogs? I could not. I never tried mermaid on hot dogs. I've had it on chicken. Well, that was good. What are you doing, Fane? Come on. Can you do it step by step? Alright, well, the quick, short, step-by-step. When I mean it's quick, there are videos that go into more detail on it. The first thing is you gotta try to avoid as many distractions as you can. Okay? You need to do it in an area where you can concentrate. And you gotta concentrate on where you want to go. and what you want to see. Okay? And you need to open your spirit. You got to open up the third eye chakra, which is right here. Notice I got the bump for that. Most people don't realize that. See the bump here? That's my third eye chakra. It's up here. Okay? Now that's where your pineal gland is. And when you do that, you're gonna feel your brain. You're gonna start to feel energy. You're gonna start to feel like it's coming from your feet. It's coming upwards. And in some ways, it's kind of like, well, for now, the first time, let's just try to go someplace that you're familiar with. Maybe like, visualize going into your kitchen. Something simple, because you want to start small. Before you start trying to go and do like me and Lumi do, when going to other dimensions and other astral planes, you gotta learn how to do the basic thing. Well, I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep it simple. Okay? It can get complicated. Okay? It's something I would need to show you in person, but I can't because of obvious reasons. Maybe you can send him some kind of a message to how he does it. Here? No, could you? Oh boy. Be think. How can I do this? I don't know if people piece his mind is calm enough to do this. I'm gonna try to send you some quick instructions. Since I know what you look like, I know what you sound like, it should be a little easier. Speaking of all, so that people who can't sense your energy can understand what you're saying. You want to do the monologue? I'll do it. What Michele is trying to explain to people, peace. First thing you got to do is you got to be at ease. You got to be spiritually rested. You need to pray for your guardian angel and your spirit guide to help you to understand what you want to do, and ask them to make sure that keep you safe from any dark entities that could inhabit your body. When your soul leaves the body, you're always at the risk of getting a negative, unwanted visitor in your body. Then, as you mentally prepare, you visualize where you want to go, and you meditate on that. And as you do, you start to feel the energy come up from your feet. And because you start to feel your body, your solar plexus, all your chakras, all the standard Kundalini chakras. And then when you start to get to your crown of your head, you'll start to feel energy. The energy is going to be, you feel like your hair and your scalp is coming back. That's because the energy now is radiating the higher energy plane above your forehead. As you do that, as long as you're focusing on your goal you want to go to, you start to feel and start to see and smell and interact with the place that you want to go to. Unfortunately, for most people, me and Michele included, we cannot necessarily take back what we bring, what we touch or feel on the other side. But we can, when we even go to Naples, eat fettuccine Alfredo, we can't take it back with us. Nice. Yeah, nice. Okay, back to the finishing here. So now, at this point, you will feel the strong energies above your forehead. It'll feel like a big thunderstorm. In this case, it's the energy that is being raised from the ground toward your forehead. Your chakras will be energized. You first want to realize you're going to be going from the 7th level, 8th level, 9th level, 10th level. Most people can probably go as high as about 8, maybe 9, but most people can't go beyond that. Michele can easily hit all the way up to 13. That's pretty rare. I usually go about 11. Yeah. You may also notice that your hair is starting to burn. You actually will start to feel the energy is just so powerful. The first time you do it, you're going to be shocked and scared to death because you're going to feel the sudden sensations. Because you lost concentration, you will basically break it. Then you have to restart all over again. Right. And that's how it works, just like that. Energy. And as you relax, you start to feel more and more and see more and more of what's around you on the other planes of existence. You start to see the new doors, the pathways, the energy beings, everything. Right. Okay, now, when you're done and you want to return home, there's 2 ways to do it. The easiest way and the slowest way is just like when you wake up in the morning. You want to slowly begin to lower your energy levels back down and start focusing on your earthly needs. For example, like eating dinner or going to the bathroom. And then you start to come down slowly, 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 slowly. And then you feel the energy receding back into your body. What's actually what you're doing is like you're retracting a pull string or a rubber elastic, so to speak. And then as you return to Earth, you feel the energy going backwards. So you start to feel the energy come back into your head, back into your solar plexus, back into all the 7 standard kundalinis. Then you feel it go right into the ground. You may even feel your feet may feel kind of weird too, but that is exactly how it's done. That's how Michele does it. Exactly. I can call the 4 pillars the most important. Okay. I have the email like outlining routine. I would like you to give me a show. I used to click out when did you? Oh, okay. Now Michele, of course, Michele was actually focusing on it. She is actually totally disoriented. Yeah. So let me get caught up here. I fell a little bit behind here. Rick and I have the meeting outline and wrote up. I would like to give Shoelace a quick rundown like you did the other night with raising her hand and Lumi and Michele. I'm like called 4 pillars for most important MMD facts. Okay, perfectly. That's how we call it, the 4 pillars. Okay. That's how I visualize it. I don't know where it is. The 4 pillars probably would refer to the 4 temples. The Hall of Wisdom, the garden in front of the Hall of Wisdom, the Hall of Knowledge, which is related to the Hall of Wisdom. By the way, and then you have the Temple of Mother Esna, and you have the Temple of Father Yahweh. And they're all kind of really surrounded like by a big garden. The garden is really nice. It's like a beautiful ornamental garden. It's got like benches where you can sit down, and there's a fountain. And people love to congregate around the courtyard of the Hall of Wisdom and the Hall of Knowledge. And of course, for the 2 temples of Father and Mother God. Also, you'll notice in the distance something that looks like a more modern construction called the Towers. The Towers is a place where people on the other side can go and do their own meditations. They still like to meditate on the other side. As Sylvia Brown explained about the Towers and why the Towers are important. So, yeah, your spirit guide can provide you a tour. You just, that's the time when you can actually focusing on the energies is when you can reach out to your spirit guide. But you have to give your spirit guide a name. They're not going to actually tell you their name. They're going to let you give them their name. You'll notice who they are. You'll recognize them. You'll see them. And because what you will know they're your spirit guide, they will take you on and give you a tour. Michele did make a video on it, but the problem is that because of the fact is that it's a mental working. How can you describe a mental working? Michele just did the best, closest thing she could do to a video. Yes. Okay. Now, by the way, Cringe Report and others, did you notice any kind of energy or signature in that working, or maybe it was a little subtle? I think it was kind of subtle because it was actually aiming towards one person. It was kind of like basically you were sending energy directed to people of peace, not to everybody. So that's. He says no. Oh. You may have felt something. But that's important. You gotta be able to, my testimony. And what you saw. Well, I can tell you right now that since I wasn't trying to get into a deep working, I'll tell you what I saw already. I saw that as Lumi was narrating, she was explaining how I saw the different portals and several of the spiritual entities, because I was only doing the light working to get up to this astral plane. I wasn't trying to stay there for a long, determined period of time to do research. But you can start to see that the things start to take shape. You start to notice the shapes. You start to notice the things start to take place. You start to notice the smells, the sounds, and everything. It's kind of like when you're developing a photograph in the darkroom. Well, that's something most people in this day and age wouldn't understand about. What it's like to develop a photograph in the darkroom. Oh, and basically it's the same thing. You just basically, you start to see the images. You start with seeing some of the highlights, and then as you work deeper and deeper and deeper, and you're willing to observe more of what's going on, you start to see more of the shapes come to be. Well, that's how it's done. It's not. That's how I do it. It's to me it comes second nature. I don't even think about it normally. I just do it. I just automatically do it. And what you saw, just explain that. Let's see. Anything else here? All right. Does anybody get any other questions about any of this? Sorry, 8:57. I know it's 8:57, but obviously this is getting interesting, and I think we probably got people that want to know more about it, and I think we should go ahead and run a little longer. Since we ended a little earlier today, we can certainly run a little longer right now. So does anybody here have any questions about astral travel, weather working, how it feels to have this third eye right here in my forehead, which I have had all my life, this indentation. Well, I don't know I have it, but I do. I have an indentation in my head. No, but what I mean is, how come you don't have one full video description? Because heaven's so beautiful, it's hard to describe without basically choking up. It's really beautiful. I did explain it to a nun in Willimantic what I saw, but for me, the top of my heaven makes me feel sad because I'm not there right now. It can be if you're not careful. This is the reason I'm saying right now that it is definitely something you need to have an on-the-site teacher teach you. Just doing it without a teacher in present is like trying to learn how to make fireworks just by watching a YouTube video. If you're not careful, you're going to blow yourself sky high. Yeah, I can just see somebody trying to make fireworks, watching a Fireworks for Dummies video 101. This is how you take the cardboard tube, and then you take the black powder and the other colors, you pour it in, and you stick in the fuse, and then you seal it closed with wax, and basically you pack it down really hard and hope to God you don't blow yourself up when doing that. Would it be okay? Of course you can do that. Everybody usually does. Most people do. Or they do. Many people do it instinctively when they're sleeping. I don't even realize it, but you actually, when you're sleeping, you visit the other side, at least for part of your sleep cycle. This has been proven. Not so much during REM sleep, but during the other parts of the body when you're sleeping, you're actually visiting the other side. If you're meant to be able to do it, you will be able to do it. Just as I have been given certain abilities that most people do not have. And there's only a few people who have the power abilities I have. like commanding the weather and doing the workings I do. No one I don't know too many others that have the ability. That kind of makes it lonely. It does, but there's only so many people who have been appointed to have these powers because of the fact is too many people would think they're nuts. And also there are some people who would use the powers for negative purposes. Right, that also. Yeah, definitely. People love doing stupid shit. R11H30, what did you think of the live music stream that I put up on the YouTube channel? I also are in the Discord. I also sent you a direct link to my 4-hour MP3 playlist. I got some opinions about that. What? You really should have removed all the empty space in between the songs to make it a lot shorter. Yeah, I could agree. I think, especially when you were switching over to the 78, so it's like this huge gap of time. It's like 30, 40 seconds. That was like really kind of long. So I think in some ways you should have actually shortened it down. Maybe by getting rid of all the excess spaces between records. Okay, well, I could do that next time. Next time? Well, I'm going to probably have another playlist in the future. After all, I still got about another 500 records to go through. Okay. Anyone else? What about the weather? Weather for our area. Alright, let's go through this real quickly here. Let's see, I see messages waiting for me. Look. InfoWars. InfoWars news blurbs just came up. Okay. It says, watch live. If you're on Periscope, forget that. Watch live. Democrat operative Omarasa says Russia helped Trump win the election. Watch hackers show how to quickly steal a Tesla Model S. 2,500 Germans stage impromptu protest after men killed following fight with migrants. Broadway star jokes about Trump assassination. Emergency alert, Trump has only one path to save America from a deep state takeover. Maxine Waters defies Democrats. Trump impeachment calls. Breaking. China secretly declared war on the United States 2 years ago and is working with globalist deep state. Full show. Al-Qaeda stronger than ever 17 years after September 11, 2001. UK police tell citizens to report offensive comments even if they're not hate speech. Is Scotland Yard that bored? Benghazi survivor Chris Paranto forced to delete tweet claiming Obama didn't actually kill bin Laden. Jim Carrey embraces socialism and Sweden rejects it. There you go. Okay. Well, I don't know about fake heaven, but let me tell you something. Remember one thing Satan cannot do. Satan cannot kill the soul. Only God can. That's because God trumps Satan in a lot of ways. Alright, so let's take a quick look at the weather forecast for Wednesday. I want to see if it changed, and also take a quick look at the hurricane situation. Let's take a look at first at the weather forecast. Right now where I am, it's raining. It's 13 degrees Celsius right now. Tuesday shows chance of thunderstorms, a high of 26 degrees, a low of 19. Wednesday will be chance of thunderstorms again, high of 24, low of 18. Thursday, chance of thunderstorms again, 24, 18. let me just get to the actual nitty-gritty. Basically what it means is it's going to stay in the mid-20s pretty much up until possibly next Tuesday, when it'll be a high of 22, and then on Wednesday it'll be a high of 20, and both days will be rain. So, that's just short and skinny about that. Excuse me, Fiend, could you please move a little? Why don't you sit over there on the computer for right now? I gotta get over into the forecast information for the other thing I promised people about the Hurricane Center. This is serious stuff, you know? Alright, so let me update this and see if there's any changes on the map. I don't know if this thing self-reloads, because I don't think I have this up to do that. First of all, it looks like it's in the same place. It looks like it's in the same... Yeah, it's in the same place. It did not update it. It's still the same information. So they did not update this map yet. Why? How do I know? Okay. I don't know. Last update Tuesday at 1:04 at Universal Coordinated Time. Okay. It's actually French. It's actually Universal Time Coordinating. Alright, so in short, there's no change right now about Florence. Their computer keeps... Let's get this stupid plug keys. Oh, come on. Stupid cat moves on my mice around. Your mouse is not working. Is my keyboard working? No. Alright. There it is, okay. So right now, that's the short skinny. Says, BP says, the Bible says, okay, BP says, wait, who wants me on the show? BP's, would it be to a sin to fake a marrying operation if I did it with good intention? I don't think trying to mislead anybody would be good. No, definitely not. No, definitely not. No, it's not a good thing. I'm gonna fix this cord. It's all tangled up anyway, so let me just do that right now. It's not cool to fake anything. Yeah, it's a great question, but I think that faking a Marian operation would be a bad thing, because you'd be sending a misleading, and then you'd be doing something similar to what people have said about other people who the false prophets and things like that. Damn, these cords are tangled. Yeah, I know they are. Let's see. Be careful not to accidentally press buttons that knocks people offline. Oh, that's possible. If Michelle accidentally knocks you offline or whatever, and she accidentally blocks you or something, she'll unblock you. I don't want to block anybody. Just trying to detangle the cords here. Whoops. Just knocked yourself off. I got it. Alright. So let me go back and put my channel back on here. So, remember, this is not actually doing the recording right now. Okay, what have I did to preach truth? Coming up with a false operation is not a way to preach truth. Nope, that actually sets a bad example. A very bad example. That is not how you speak truth. Then you'll be just as bad as the charlatans who do the same thing already. You must be true. You must tell the truth as it really is. You cannot bullshit story somebody around saying something, because people will not appreciate that at all. We're meant to be honest and forthright. I know that sounds old school, but it's true. Okay. You know there's a loose connection in this mouse. Yeah, I know. The mouse is a pound. Like magically the kids had test the truth that they said something. Yes, but they had a real operation. They were not trying to, mislead people, okay? They really experienced the apparition, so they had no problem proving truth. That was already obvious. Okay? Very different, people, peace. Very different. It's just something you gotta be careful about. How many people are still watching this? I have no idea. I know R11's still here, but saying is you fucking right, but the idea is why would you want to do that anyway? Tell the truth. Be honest. Be frank. Don't bullshit people. I understand he says he's a solicitor. I understand that. I got that part. I mean, think about what I'm saying here, because I know I'm older than you. I'm talking to you from personal experience here. Okay. Keep forgetting my head. I didn't have my headphones on. There's no phone calls right now anyway. Right, I know that. So, I'm just trying to say... Is there anybody else on here? I have no idea. I don't know. I hope we don't lose all our people because somebody gets bored with the situation. Well, it wouldn't be the first time. You know I'm trying to do the right thing, love. You know I'm focusing on trying to talk to people and help them understand what's going on. But some of the things, this is the thing that I want you to understand, okay? There are a lot of people on this channel that are not familiar with what we're talking about. And there are others that may be familiar with what we're talking about, but rather avoid it, okay? And which is sad because I know that there are people that really want to know the truth. And there are people that look forward to coming to understanding what's going on. And you already got one dislike. And there are people that look forward to coming to understanding what's going on. And you already got one dislike. Speaking of dislikes, everybody, and I'm asking this as a favor. Excuse me, Fame, you keep pressing my buttons, literally. Everybody, this is a very simple request because of the fact that, you just knocked yourself up. Did I? Yes. Well, at least I know where I went. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so let me say, I want one request for all those who like these shows, even if you think they're not that big of a deal. Only because I'm asking this as a favor. Please click like, okay, because the more likes I get, it looks better, because right now they're not being hidden. So if you want to help me, make people want to come here, they look at those likes, dislike scores, they really do. And so if you click on how you doing today, I don't know, DIAPOC. Dipok? Well, it's just a long name, but last time I said the long name, a person kind of got messed up and kind of got mad at me. I don't want to get them mad, I just want to keep it simple. How you doing today? Can you say my name so I know you're talking? Dory is a piece of crap. Okay, I got that part. Yes, I see your name. I can also type it in case you didn't know. Okay. You gotta highlight the I know, Loom, please. Alright, where's my cursor now? Oh, there it is. Your cat is terrible. He likes to lay in your mouse. He lays on my mouse and then my mouse gets all broken. Okay, here we go. So... Yes, I see. Okay. And yes, she is, anyway. Absolutely. But anyway, yeah, I'm still alive. Oh, as I mentioned to the other audience, please click like on the video. It's really easy. It doesn't take much work. Just click like. It doesn't hurt you anyway. We already got one dislike. We need to get a lot of likes. Make Michelle happy. Click like. You're allowed to vote for yourself once too. Yeah, no, I just did. Okay, so click like on my video, guys. I know it sounds stupid, but you know what? Oh yeah, thank you. That's great. That's what I'm looking for. 7-4 was still in the lead. I wish I knew why people actually hate or dislike my videos so much. I don't know. I just do. Still alive, yeah. I always like Michelle. Thank you. Well, the gospel said, whoever's ashamed of me in front of my neighbor will be ashamed in front of everyone and the Heavenly Father. Okay. Esther, you're not going nowhere near this guy. And besides, if you're so worried about trying to go after people, why don't you try going after me? She can't. She doesn't have the strength. I know she doesn't have the strength, but I mean, if she really seriously wants to control people, she could easily try to... Don't worry about your dog. You're safe. Fuck you. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, you know, yeah. Fuck you. Bring the... Yeah. Hey, you know what? Esther, if you think you're so damn strong... Let me show you something secret about resonance, Rich. Okay, I'm going to show you this close up. Now, depending on what you use to strike the bell, I'm using the plastic spoon because it's a little quieter. Here you have this thing. If you hang it there, hanging from the inside, it sounds different than if you tap here. That's the outside. That's the inside. And by the way, most Orthodox, Greek and Russian Orthodox, they usually have the clapper on the inside. And some Catholic churches, the clapper, when the bell is hung dead, is on the outside. Also, you can hear it from the bottom too. It has a different sound. See? So, it's acoustics. There's some things that sound good from the bottom. There's some things that sound great from the bottom. The flat pot that I use for the other ceremony sounds better like this. Resonance. If you hold it steady on that, it cuts the vibration. Because you basically prevent it from resounding. Okay. Can you let me know some questions in advance? Yes, she can let you know some questions in advance, but you have to send him your email address. I can give you Rich's address, but you have to contact him, and he can provide you the questions in advance. So, our 11H30's address is this, okay? It's RICH at 11830.com. So contact Rich at that address at 11830.com, and he will contact you. My scent is intoxicating. You clearly do not want him to. Okay. Okay. I'm not doxing him. I'm just giving you the email address so you can actually contact him. Fuck you. Well, for one, the Antichrist I want to talk about, and I agree on more than you realize. And by the way, Esther, if you think you're so strong, why don't you come talk to Michele in person? If you have the ability to do this kind of stuff, you can easily reach out to Michele. You can easily come to Michele's studio. You can easily meet with Michele. You have the ability, apparently, of teleportation. I would like to see you show up here instead of basically trying to snag other people. You come here, you know how to do it. Okay, that's enough. Don't worry about your dog. He's safe. You're safe. That doesn't always work when you're in a hurry. There you go. Okay. I can't do it any louder because it's almost 10 o'clock at 9:30 at night. People have to sleep, you know. They go to bed early in this building. Screw you! That I definitely agree with that. Don't worry, Rich. I'm not gonna go anywhere. Because first of all, if Esther has any nerve, she can come into my own house. Instead of trying to act like a yellow-bellied coward. Yeah, buy a pocket knife. Great. Seriously. What do you think? Speaking of sound, what does the spoon sound like? About the same as the fork or a knife. There you go. Now. Now, what else we got? I have no idea. These people think they're so great, why don't they come to me directly? You know why? Because I have a protection spell on my house. Yeah, well, you know what, lady? If you really think you're so damn strong, why don't you come over here sometime? Michelle will kick your ass. No kidding. Fuck the bell. She'll ring you like a gong if you ever show up here. You already know Michelle has a strong protection spell. You can't even get through it. Nope. That's why you're doing that. Because you know that Michelle has a strong protection spell that will repel you like Silverstone and the non-coating repels grease in cooked on food. You can't even get through it. You can't even show up here. You're yellow! You're yellow! You have no ability, lady. You can't even show up. Dig this forehead. You know what this forehead is? You know what that bump means? That is the third eye chakra. You don't have it. I do. I happen to know more about what's going on than you do because I happen to have the third eye chakra in my forehead. As I actually have the indentation right where the third eye is. Hello. How do you like that? Most people don't even know about that because they don't even look at head that close now. So before you just start taking my other people friends, why don't you goddamn show up here and you and I can basically discuss it in person. Yellow liver Billy, you don't even have no guts to show up. Okay, now, Michelle pointed out something nice that you may or may not have known. Easy with the cord. You see this here? This, you can't really see too well, but yes, you can. In a lot of my photos, you can see it. There's an indent right here. This is where the third eye chakra is. There's actually an indent. All the people I've known, no one else I have known ever had this. This is a unique feature of my forehead. That no one else has this. That I know of. People have asked me why I got an indent on my head. It's because I've always had it. That only certain people of certain skills have this, I found out. Amen to that. No, I'm talking to the Esther person. I have heard of DMT. I have heard of TNT. I have heard of a lot of things. I know a DMT, there's several versions of DMT. There's one that actually affects the ability to astral travel. I wonder if that's what the one's talking about. I don't think they're talking about the other kind, which causes male pattern baldness. Right. Oh, you don't got that. I don't have that. Although women, when they do get older, and estrogen levels start to drop, that they do start to see traits of the naturally body can produce testosterone too. And some women do start to suffer from some hair loss. I know a lot of older women like that. The DMT, I think she's talking about is in magic mushrooms. I think so. All right. Okay. Any questions? For example, I don't know, Squiggle Carol, what you mean by DMT, so why don't you please explain, because there's two versions of DMT that we're talking about. One is a natural level hormone that affects the hair loss. Okay, and the second one is also a chemical, but it actually increases spiritual perception. So there's two different things to do two different things, completely different. And I think the psilocybin mushroom has a second kind. No, it has another one, but it does the same thing. That's why it's called magic mushrooms. Okay. Psilocybin mushrooms. Also, don't forget ecstasy. Yeah, well, we're not talking about man-made chemicals here. We're talking about natural ones, the ones that you can get anywhere you look in nature. But I would remind everybody, if you want to seriously look for natural psychiatric, spiritual eye openers, please be aware that there are side effects. Okay? Even if you're using something like peyote, please be careful. Okay, what? People, please, what are you asking me now? Can you search up Allison now and let me know what you... Oh. Now? That would should be... Well, let me ask you while I go dig this up on my phone. What do you think about what I'm saying about my forehead? And then the special, unique nature of my forehead. I don't think People Peace really cares, honestly. Maybe he doesn't care, I don't know. Let's see. She has a channel called Allison Thomas. Let's see. What this is on about here? Conceptual clinics for the smile document. I don't think this is the same person. 90 subscribers. I don't even see too many videos in English. BU short film, The Carnival, 16mm. I don't think this is the same person. I don't think this is the same person either. Let me see if I can narrow the search parameters down on this. Let's look for channels. Anytime. Channels. There's also another Allison Thomas with 3 videos, 4 subscribers. Another Allison Thomas with 65 videos, 17 subscribers. How many videos does she have so I can at least narrow it down? The channel is called The Fruit Something, but I can't find it with Allison Tom 6. Oh, for God's sakes. Okay, let me look at that code word. ALISALISTHOMAS. Okay, so ALISTHOM6. That's 7. Why do I keep doing 7? Okay, because it's kind of like right smack dab in the center. Alright. The Fruit of the Word of God. 2 videos. Okay, so there's 2 videos by this person. The first one is called Urgent Fantasia Barring Minister Paul and Gail Maxon. Bombshell. Okay. How many she got? She's got 4 videos right now. And, Bombshell Ill. Bombshell Janet Jackson. Funeral for Asha Shannon. Okay. Urgent Fantasia. Okay, so I found it. The channel is called The Fruit Something, but you can. I found it. Okay. What do you think? The fruits of the Word of God. I don't know what to make of the details of it. Janet Jackson, Bobby Brown, sex claim. This is a wake-up call. Mr. Paul and Gail Mixon. Okay. I'll watch it later on. Right now, I'm trying to focus on my channel at this point. By the way, you also going to give me the video on that lady that you mentioned there. What was it? Comelia? You didn't send me a link to her videos or anything. I was looking forward to see you send me that thing about the Comelia person. You never sent me anything about that person yet. Yeah. I don't know, people basically get a lot of people on these channels. Just a lot of them. You got that right. So, you can go on Google and search up how many tears got in there, but okay. While you're at it, Pop, I want you to Google what we were talking about, astral travel, and since you want to learn how to do it, just Google it. There's all kinds of different ways of doing it. Some people may like one way than the other one. I think it's more important than Camellia. Well, maybe. But, I mean, it's just kind of interesting people in Bulgaria. They kind of interest me a little bit. Well, you should Google it, because there's a lot of content, a lot of material out there. In fact, you can also YouTube it too, because astral travel is a pretty popular topic. In fact, just go into your YouTube on your phone, okay, and just go to the search option and just type in ASTRAL space TRAVEL, and you will see astral travel shows up. And just right now, there is oodles and oodles and oodles of videos on astral travel. So you can search astral travel, and there will be videos on explaining experiments proving it, by experience proving astral travel. Also, this one looks interesting. 77 undeniably potent 7 hours astral travel projection meditation. Beginner's astral projection, OBE, hypnosis, meditation, extended relaxation to release the astral self, 1 hour and 37 minutes and 55 seconds. It's probably got meditational music to help go through it. Guided astral projection techniques, meditation, mind awake, body asleep. How to astral project, beginner's crash course that's 12 minutes and 31 seconds long. So there is material in that. Okay, got it. It's 9:40. I know it's 9:40. Are you going to check out those videos that I just gave you, people a piece that you can look up on YouTube on astral travel? The good news is I'm sure you might have a hard time reading, and this would be good for you for reading because you'll be able to actually listen to people explain it. And I noticed that with a lot of people in this day and age is reading is not a very common thing except for short things. Okay. There's a crash course on National Travel. It's only 12 minutes long. I have Sylvia's book at home too. Okay. I don't have too many Sylvia Brown's books right now. And I have them at the library. I have to go back and look them up. Or maybe you can buy some books. Yeah, she has tons of Sylvia Brown's books that are on eBay and Amazon. If you want to go buy a secondhand copy of her book, either in hardbound or softbound, you can get some on eBay or on Amazon.com. Have you talked about the leak? No, not yet. We don't even, Donald Trump says he thinks it's maybe one of 4 or 5 people. I don't know anything more about that, except that he said that he's got his staff looking to find who was the person that originally produced that New York Times opinion editorial piece. And, he's not happy with the fact that somebody is releasing such a damning thing that apparently is somebody from his staff, a false witness, apparently, if you want to call it that. Alright, but if you can just read the description of... Right now, I think Michelle's got some bigger things to worry about. Hurricane Florence, but... Okay, is this new news? Yeah. Okay. Hey, Michelle, what does that look like? Oh, very interesting. What? Well, it looks like it moved. The system moved. It's now going towards Wilmington, Delaware. Whoa. Awesome. So... this is cool, guys. I'm just going to read you real quick in here about Florence. Listen to this. Hurricane Florence barrels towards the U.S. as South Carolina orders evacuations of the entire coast. But, actually, I'll let you hear this, guys. Just play it so I can hear through your microphone. Okay.
Is bad and getting worse and targeting, at least for the moment, the Carolinas. At this moment, Hurricane Florence is a massive Category 4 hurricane barreling toward the East Coast. Millions of Americans are now bracing for this storm. Mandatory evacuations already for the Outer Banks of North Carolina. And breaking news now on Fox News Channel. Moments ago, the governor of South Carolina announced a mandatory evacuation for the entire coast of South Carolina, a mandatory evacuation for the entire coast of South Carolina by noon tomorrow. Forecasters say Florence could be catastrophic. That's the description from the National Hurricane Center. The word their forecasters are using is catastrophic. First, it reports this storm, which right now is here and huge, larger than the Carolinas at this moment, and headed directly in that direction. It could pack, they say, by landfall, winds of 150 miles an hour in isolated areas. That, the Hurricane Center, is powerful enough to flatten homes and snap power poles. But in addition, once the hurricane comes ashore, wherever it comes ashore, it's then expected to move inland and then stall. That's according to the Hurricane Center. The storm will stall somewhere along the East Coast, sit and spin, and dump rain for days, as much as 3 feet of rain in some spots. So what does that mean? Well, according to the National Hurricane Center, that means life-threatening flooding could spread for hundreds of miles with power outages and blocked escape routes. Take a look at what Hurricane Florence looks like right now from outer space. These shots coming to us from the International Space Station. Florence was a Category 2 hurricane just this morning, but strengthened and rapidly over the morning to a Category 4 by early afternoon. And the forecasters at the National Hurricane Center tell us it is still gaining steam. So the time to plan is right now if you live anywhere in affected areas. Our meteorologist Adam Klotz is live in the Extreme Weather Center. Adam, what are you seeing?
Shepard, just continuing to see this storm intensify. You were talking about it. A Category 2 storm this morning. Well, here it spins now. Nice formed eye wall, still way away from the U.S. coast. South of Bermuda at this point. It's got a long way to travel.
Looks like it's also going right towards Delaware, too.
Currently a Category
Maryland.
4, and you look at the track. Stays a Category 4 storm this entire way. Now, the timing on this system, currently projections have it just off the coast of the Carolinas by Thursday morning. At this point, things are beginning to deteriorate for the Carolinas before eventually running on shore, likely with that same intensity, that same strength. That strength, a Category 4 hurricane, which means winds of 130 up to 156 miles an hour. It does look as though we're going to be on the higher end of this, so close to 150 mile an hour winds when this makes landfall. Again, likely late Thursday into early Friday morning. That time because of a big high pressure system that's kind of forcing this system to stay a little farther to the south and push it off towards the west. These are our tropical models, and you see a very tight line. Generally this far away, we have so many models, they begin to diverge a little bit. This really bringing us up along the coast. The only question is...
And sure, you're going to get hit, guys, no matter what you do, because the models almost all showing the same thing. One fringe one shows it going straight into New York City in the end, but...
Reading from the National Hurricane Center, though, they think that this storm is definitely a threat to inland areas.
I mean, that is going to be a threat. Rain, if it lands on shore and begins to spin, we could really see some of these totals pile up. Spots getting up to 2 feet of rain or more, it could be a real problem. So wind plus rain plus storm surge, Shep.
Adam Klotz in the Extreme Weather Center. We'll see a lot of him in the days ahead.
Okay, so there you go, guys. And that was just recently updated. That was fresh from Fox News. That was published on September 10th of 2018. And that was from so yeah, it's pretty bad. And that was a fresh one. That was a fresh report. It wasn't even delayed at all. Philadelphia, I'm going home to eat. This is Sweet Home Philadelphia. Your skies are so blue. Yeah. You're a nice area outside the city. I mean, that's a good thing to be, as long as it's above. As long as it's higher up, guys, that's the key. You want to make sure that you're higher up, because if you got 3 feet of rain, how close is the Philadelphia to sea level? I don't know. I know Winston's about 700 feet above sea level. And as I said, it's not a very comfortable thought. No close the fall. Okay, I made it back, but something cacked at me most of the way. What? Okay. Cackle on me most of the way. Yeah, well, they're not gonna get very far. Zoe Brown was a scam artist. She charged a lot of money for bullshit claims. Well, she's not the only one who's done that. No. In fact, there's some truth in what she says, but, for those of us who really truly know the system, we know how it works. She didn't preach about hell. No one preaches about hell because they don't want to make money. You mean, That's what happens when we lose so anti-naturally. Yes, I know. I'm just reading some of these back messages. It's also coming up through Delaware too. And also Washington. I hope Donald Trump's got his sump pumps ready. He's gonna need them to drain the swamp and drain the White House. Definitely. Global warming will continue to strengthen storms. Oh, and that's safe area outside of Korea limits. Okay. I got a city moved to the country. I love it. What? Shits the fans. Absolutely. Winston wouldn't be as bad as Torrington, I think. Because, first of all, Winston is a higher elevation than Torrington. Yeah, it's higher, but it's not that much higher. It's like 700 feet above sea level. But if this thing, I'm warning you guys right now, if I manage to seriously move any more of this course at all, and I think could happen, one path shows, which would probably be similar to what I would be trying to do, what I was hoping to do further out, sends a right straight smack dab right into New York. And New Jersey. And that's not my goal. I don't want to send it through New York and New Jersey. So you're trying to hook it ahead of time further out. But like he pointed out, there's a blocking high above, which is keeping it straight on where it's going. Oh, that too. Oh yeah, don't forget, once the city floods, guess what? Guess where all your shit's gonna go? The septic tanks and sewage systems are going to overflow. Yeah, you'll literally be seeing shit in the streets. And gasoline and other chemicals from storage tanks that have basically overflowed. Yeah, it's going to be a problem, guys. I'm really serious. So it looks like Michele may actually potentially be doing something. Let's just hope that we can swing it further out before it hits any of the coastline. So, my advice is the same as I said earlier. Get the hell out. Mandatory evacuation or not, get the hell out. Your possessions are not as important as your loved one and your pets. Get the hell out. Amen. So that was the freshest life. Well, that thing showed up going right towards Delaware. It did, and I actually... What this hard map says, it said it was just recently updated. I wonder if there's any updates on this, on our information directly from the Hurricane Center. See if we can pull anything up. Okay, guys, let's refresh this page. See if there's anything new here. Okay. Well. Timestamp. Why is this thing constantly showing the same map? It's the latest map, but you're right, it's showing. Let me see this map. It says click on more details. So let's click on the details and see what it says here. Okay. Talk about Philadelphia right now, Rich, at this point. According to this, the flooding doesn't exactly fall straight into let's see, what's product? U.S. rainfall potential. I don't see anything significantly about Philadelphia in this thing. Track, okay, Lumbergan, warnings, and come interact. See what it says here. Okay. Let me just show you the zoom up on this, just so you can see where what it shows the precipitation mapping like. You will notice that this is here is North Carolina. This is South Carolina. This is Philadelphia up here on the edge. It's so southern Philadelphia may get something. There you can see there's going to be green in Delaware. Inches of rain for the green will be about 2 to 4 inches of rain, which isn't too excessively bad. But when you see the red, it shows them 15. I don't know if this is even accurate anymore. I don't even know if it's accurate anymore either, because it's what he said. I think it's changed. So it may not be accurate anymore. That's scary as hell. Yeah, it is pretty scary. But like I said earlier, I am keeping aware of it, and it looks like the track is changing. At least that one model says it is. Don't worry, be safe. I never heard hurricane damage my house. Cannot flood because of how it was built. Well, maybe you should contact your brother and ask him if he would be willing to bug out of his area if he's concerned about it and go up with you for a while. Oh, I'm still working on it. I am aware that, as I pointed out at the beginning of the broadcast, and I explained at the beginning of the broadcast, there's a possibility that I may not be able to do much except deflect it a little bit. But I have every intention to find every way to defeat the sucker. Yeah. So, well, like I said, we'll see what's going to happen. I still am going to do my best to deflect or ameliorate the storms. That's still on my list. But the one track, the one possible storm track, the one solitary line that shows it hooking up and hugging the East Coast is not a good sign. So, it's the kind of thing that Michele is committed to stopping it. That is still what she said she's going to do. She is going to do everything she can, but she also is being honest when she said that and she explained that in one of her messages, she doesn't know if it's going to be so easily to do. Did you sub the channel? I'm not mine. I mean, no, I didn't. I have it. Anyway, some history. Speaking of history, what the heck is going on here? Okay. It's 10:02. Last call for questions, because, I mean, I want to get some sleep, too. I gotta get up tomorrow. Oh, by the way, we had crappy meatloaf for lunch, like always. I hate meatloaf! I hate the Soup Kitchen meatloaf especially. It was disgusting. All that stupid red sauce they use makes me want to throw up. It's disgusting. It's unbelievably rank. Come on, guys. We need 2 more likes to break the record. It's disgusting. It's unbelievably rank. Come on, guys. So, right now their score is 8-7. Let's make it 10-7. Let's change the score. Let's hit some more likes on this, guys. And share these videos with your friends too, please. Yes, I have. Oh, wait a minute. Some Michelle saves some of them. I don't save all of them, but I may be able to get you some of the videos. But YouTube keeps screwing me up now. They want me to pay to download my own video content. The live streams that are on Twitch, the ones that we're mirroring on Twitch, are even higher resolutions than the best copies I can get back from YouTube of my own videos. So when I was doing live streaming on Twitch and YouTube, we had higher quality videos on Twitch. But if you subscribe to YouTube Premium, you can actually download videos at the maximum resolution. Yeah, I know. No, except, I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to do the best I can, guys. That's all I can tell you right now. And I'm going to do the best I can. You can download it with YouTube, download it for free. Yes, it's only 640 by 360 though, which means his quality is going to be just as crappy. He wants to download it at the full resolution of 640 by 5 or 720 by 576. He can't download it unless he gets a YouTube Premium. Then he can download it at 720 by 576. I have some of the live streams that were shared between Twitch and YouTube, or on Twitch. Those, again, you can get a Twitch account, premium account to download them in the high resolution. It's not a big deal. I'm using someone's. You won't have them on. I can't download these with Final Cut. What do you mean you can't use it with Final Cut? You know what sucks, Michelle? What? You can't even download your own videos, where in Twitch you can download your own videos in the resolution that it uploaded. Yet YouTube is so money tight that they're going to basically make you pay up the wazoo to download the videos in subpar resolution, whereas with Twitch lets you download the videos at 720p, and believe me, they look better on Twitch. I know they do. YouTube doesn't even let me download the full 640 by 480. It's crapped up. It's crappy. You can only download for offline viewing. The Q&A should download. Well, there is another way. You could use something similar like you do with OBS to actually play the video in that window as full screen, and then you can do the same thing with VLC and then capture the screen. YouTube downloader. Okay. I still can't believe that YouTube is so anal that they're so worried about. Even Michelle can't even download her own videos in high resolution. Yeah, that's stupid. If it's your own videos, you can't even download your own content in high resolution. Okay? I mean, it's your video. So if I go to download, it's still going to give it to me. Like this video we're doing right now, when this is encoded and it's finished, it's already on the YouTube playlist. If I click download, it's still going to download it at 640 by 360. Why? It's my channel. It's my video. Why am I going to be stuck having to do subpar resolution when it's my own content? Okay, yeah, I know. I've heard of it. Susan Wojcicki wants to make money off of everybody. But if it's your own content, why should you have to be, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's your videos. Use them when you want to. You created them. It's your content. If you want to download your content for your own use later on, then you shouldn't have any kind of restriction on your content. Twitch doesn't give me a restriction. Twitch lets me download the video as close as it could figure out would be a high definition resolution, which is 720p. And that looks pretty damn good for emulated 720p. Yeah. It's just a stupid thing. Alright, guys. I think me and Michelle both kind of agree. It's kind of time to get ready, wrap up some business. Get some sleep. Make a pizza. Yeah, I gotta cook something. I didn't really eat lunch today. I had some soup kitchen potatoes and green beans for dinner. You got corn on the cob in the refrigerator. And yes, I do. So yeah, I'm gonna go eat some corn on the cobs or something to eat for now. But please don't forget, I'll see all of you on Wednesday. Please pray for those people in harm's way of all three, because there only is 3 systems and they're all playing. Follow the leader. You got Florence, Isaac, and Helena. Pray, because the last one, Helena, is the furthest out from the East Coast. We might be most able to prevent that from doing any harm. Isaac is a wild card. So for now, everybody, I will see you on Wednesday. Of course, I'll see you in the vlogs and stuff in the daytime too. Stay safe, stay cool, stay moist, and stay happy. And don't forget, it will be warmer tomorrow. So if you are worried about freezing for the rest of the week, it's not going to happen. But it's not going to get super hot either. Okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye, everybody.